When you open up the dictionary and you see strength, resilience, powerful, loving, amazing, her face will pop up. That's what I want you to know about Miss Henry.
When Miss Tayara and Miss Felicia had introduced themselves to me and explained to me that they'll be taking over my case, and Kenny as well, they wanted me to trust them. And, in the beginning was hard because I went through so many people. I never had a real parent advocate.
So being a parent advocate, being an impacted parent myself, I totally understand how it feels to, just wonder, like, what else can I do to make these people happy? What else can I do to show that I care for my children? It wasn't enough that she was traveling all the way and ready to travel all the way to Delaware. It wasn't enough that she had completed services. It wasn't enough that she was in constant communication with the agency. We realized very early on that there was a very contentious relationship with the case planning team on family policing side, and that they were very disrespectful, very condescending.
Miss Henry is her best advocate. She's a fighter, a warrior. She loves her children. I will also say that I remember a time in court where there was a request for Miss Henry to submit to a hair follicle drug screening. And Miss Henry boldly and bravely stood up in court and addressed the judge about how invasive the process is, that it involved removing braids from her hair, and that she did it because she loves her children and she wanted to use that as a tool.
Miss Henry went to war, and we went to war with her. We were armed with her passion and her determination to be the mom that she is.
They understood the situation I was in. They took their time to listen, and it was difficult. My kids was traveling from home to home, state to state, me having to go take visits, and it was hard because some days I did want to give up when it came to that, because I started becoming overwhelmed with everything. I didn't know what to do. Going back and forth and having to ask permission to see my kids was that was heartbreaking.
CFR's team model worked so hard with Miss Henry. It involved lawyers, social workers, family advocates, and towards the end, the most important part was our parent advocates. Tayara and Felicia worked so closely with Miss Henry to, as I say, bring her to the finish line and to get the children to be returned. Not just with services, but helping her and be a support at constant, frequent conferences and meetings with ACS and foster care agencies. They were a rock for her in all those very high-pressured situations where Miss Henry felt alone, and they were there to be able to be supportive of her. And they were influential and very crucial to this case.
What we were able to do was be that buffer, letting Miss Henry know, you don't have to argue this out. We can work this out. Let us be the ones to address these issues, because there is supposed to be some professional decorum in these spaces, which we often don't get. But as a parent advocate, being able to step in and really lift the parent's voice to hear what it is that they're saying is something that all the parent advocates here at CFR are trained to do.
They always kept in contact with anybody I had to deal with outside of courts, as drug tests, going to therapy, and making sure the kids is up to par with their doctors and their schooling, especially with Christian and his situation. They stood by me with that when it came down to the IEP stuff. They joined the meetings with me. Anything that I needed help with, they basically was right there.
Look at her children. Her children are wonderful. They're well adjusted. They're doing well in school. They're in extracurricular activities. Even her, she is now a shift supervisor at her job. She's doing amazingly from where she came from, and people doubted her. Even her own family doubted her, but we never did. We asked her to trust us, because we knew that we had to earn that trust, and she did. She trusted us. She trusted us with herself. She trusted us with her children. She trusted us with her family getting back together. Miss Henry is amazing.
it feels great to have my children home with me at this time and for a lifetime, actually. So